All is not well at the Aayalolo bus terminal at Kimbu in Accra. Under a staircase of one of the unused office buildings in the yard, the drivers are taking a break. But despite their unbothered demeanor, these drivers are nursing anger inside. For several months now, they have pressured management of the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executive, GAPTE, to release to them in full the 7 to 8 month salary arrears, but the company won't budge. This situation has sent tensions through the roof among the drivers.
7 months. Arrest ma payroll no so ma. Bibie no omudie famu a kire se omma iska. Even Christmas no kra no ye be di Christmas. E che so omma bibi kakra betumi di Christmas. Masa ye bre ya 2 days kra na ju 9 o'clock na ejina ha. Adwuma na wo ye no hu de ekwakwasi bia. E chan se omo normal no sika na omo gas o me arrest ne e ma. Even fu e kura short kura fu na a short no see be tofu na bi be se 1 week na bus na park sisi na wo ye adwuma na se management se fu a short sisi wa and adwuma na wo ko ne say
the money that have been left behind, people have owned school fees. Some of our drivers have been in arrest of accommodation. And most of our drivers too have been sickless. So true that about 3 or 2 people have been lost their lives, and the one is now in the home, still suffering from. But still, our 8 months have not been paid.
And now, sikasema na mtino me yiri firimu me baketo so san firimu. E wo adwuma we mu a ebi so ayale e da ho a omuntimi stroke ache omkora wa adwuma we ho. And the idea, your mobile was some cotton a cotton fee. A cotton fee, and your son Frefre and say a yellow face to a Sambani and Sambra, near Bay Juma, 3 months' time. Almost started to arrest none a woman. Am I last year, 2019, December? And your normal coin, say, could Christmas, yeah, and a my 1 month. I say, in common my 2 to buy a Mondica my 1 month after. Christmas no na January no ye buy no na my 1 month ne so etime be the treatria school fees ne nkwala ofie na ade buy adwuma no ye hu de ekọ.
The woes of Aayalolo has lingered on from as far back as 2018. In October that year, operations of the bus service came to a halt due to some financial challenges as the company could no longer bear the cost of fuel for its operations and what managers said were technical hitches. But even before this time, the payment of salaries for workers came in sparingly. 6 months later, in April 2019, the company managed to get back on its feet and partially began operations. This time, the buses only moved at peak hours. In an attempt to not financially overburden the already struggling company, the drivers were offered a 50 cedi daily wage instead of a fixed salary at the end of each month. But this arrangement, the drivers now say, is not sustainable for them.
We met with them and we told them that even laborers to masons, and masons the laborers take 700, which is 70 Ghana, and the masons take being laborers, so they take 880, which is 80 Ghana. How come a professional driver using such a big bus through the entire city? We ran alongside trotters, taxis, and all that. At the end of the day, you give us 50 Ghana.
They started with few drivers from what we have heard. And the promise was that after 3 months, things will be normalized. They will go back to the previous salary structure. And so that was the few people they started with. That was their understanding. That we are coming to do this by day for 3 months. After the 3 months, we are going to go back to the previous salary structure. Until now, the previous thing is not implemented yet. We are still taking the 50 Ghana cedis. And the others are saying that this daily wage is not helping us. Because today, the cost of living is very high. You may want to access bank loan. With this daily wage, no bank is prepared to give you any salary loan. So we want our monies to be paid through bank so that we can have access to salary loans from the banks.
For these drivers, enough is enough. After several engagements with their bosses over the arrears, A sit-down strike beginning on Monday, February 24 for them is the only way to get the government to address their concerns.
We are worried, and if they are not careful, what will happen? They think they are wise. For them, whatever they will say is final. It can't be the final. Whatever we will say will be the final. So now, we've given them some time. We told them that if today they don't come, we will pack all the buses and nobody will come here and ask us anything. Like you people have come, you ask us questions, we will answer. But nobody without the money will tell us to move a bus.
Currently, we are asking for 1 month arrears so that at least our children are sacked from school for school. So we need something to pay our children's school fees. And we are demanding just 1 month of the previous arrears. And so we are saying it was even supposed to be today. But we have come to a unanimous decision that the sit-down will take place on Monday. And we are very hopeful that by Monday they will come and tell us something. Other than that, we are sitting down. The sit-down strike is not in our own interest, but the situation of demand that our children are sacked from school. You see, if we are not able to train our children, they might also end up following our footsteps. And then over and over, we shall continue to be cheated upon. You see, we must also train our children so that they can also have the positions to work in the future.
The beko so no de yesra aban yesra Ghana fo momfa manu ntu yanim si ye Ghana fo ye nyina ka ho adwuma no asati approve enso scan ye hu ba bi efa so ukopo kwasi anopa trotro kura si ho 3 seats na basi na the line na the fo enso ye hu ba bi scan fa. In fact ye so too much ye hu de ye hu Monday de it was say you be down strike Monday nya de be adwuma because you fie kura hu hia che be ba translate ye adwuma in fact so be na also say be translate ye adwuma na be ko fie no ubu say ira asem kura ntumu.
However, in 2019, the issue of the unpaid arrears was placed before the National Labour Commission. It ruled that the company must pay the workers. Since that has still not happened, its Executive Secretary, Ofuswa Samoa, is urging the workers to revert to the Labour Commission to ensure compliance to its earlier ruling.
Whenever that the commission gives a decision in your favor, especially where there are timelines, and it has not been complied with, within the days or just after the day that was given, you come back to the commission. By letter or by working, you have a complaint form that, yes, this was given in my favor and has not been complied with. And then we said that action also. We have an enforcement department headed by the legal department, and we make sure that it's complied with. There's no need for the strike. They only have to come and tell us that, yes, you said this, and it has not been complied with. So what is it? And then we go and compel whichever party that is supposed to do what it has not done to do it.
So once again, the Greater Accra Passenger Transportation Executive, that is the operations of the Aayalolo bus system, is on the verge of an industrial action, all in a bid for drivers here to get their arrears paid them. But would authorities listen to their plea before the set deadline? Ni Ama reporting for Citi News.